Hello Tranceportal TV, welcome to another edition of In the Studio With. Today you will be in my studio with me, Shugz, where I will be showing you two reverse effects techniques for bringing in your elements in your tracks a little less aggressive and a little more subtly. This can be used with any effect. You can use it with vocals, you can use it with fills, you can use it with synths. It always gets the job done and it's very useful and I use it a lot myself. So yeah, let's just jump straight in. Okay, so this is the signal / sound that we're going to be affecting today. So it's just a classic burning up house vocal. I've put together a little build here, some transition effects, and obviously a drop so you can hear. But just listen to how abruptly the vocal comes in. It just comes in out of nowhere. It doesn't sound too good. Sometimes that works, but majority of the times it doesn't. I like to make sure that all my stuff blends well together. Just has that more professional sound and a better polish on your tracks. So let's just have a listen. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, so the first effect I'm going to show you is the classic reverse reverb. So just take the first little snippet of the signal you would like to affect, which is this on the vocal. And we're going to reverse that. So the end is at the start and the start is at the end. So we have this. Next thing you do is you add a reverb with a very, very long tail. So 25 seconds, maybe 30. And then you're going to bounce that to audio. Delete this first section, because we just want the wet signal from the reverb. Now we're going to create the length. So this is long enough, I would say. You don't want it to be too long. You want it to come in out of nowhere and kind of have the element of surprise as well. To blend it in with this sound. So ideally what we're doing is picking the length and then reversing it back. And we'll get this. Okay, but to take it up another level, we're going to add a little bit of volume automation. You can do it with a fade, just a typical fade. But I don't like to do it with the fades because they're a little bit inconsistent and you can really shape the sound when you do it with the volume automation. So that's what we're going to do. So like this. And to kind of get a little bit of aggression on these and make them cut through the mix, I always like to add a little bit of distortion to them. Just to kind of push the harmonics a little bit. Always seems to work well when there's lots of elements playing around it. So push it a little bit more. And this is the effect that you'll get coming into the vocal. A little loud, so have a little listen to that in the mix. That first reverse effect was the classic reverse reverb. This one's a little bit more in your face. What we need for this one is a MIDI track. We're going to load in a sampler. Next, we're going to take the little snippet out of the vocal. Same exact thing as last time. And we're going to load that into the sampler. Create the length of this tail that we'd like. So the same length as the reverse reverb above. Create a MIDI clip to that length. And what we'll have is this. What we essentially want to do is to make the snippet play over and over and over again. And we're going to automate the rate on which we want it to do so, and we'll get a really cool effect. So what we need to do that is we need an arpeggiator. So load the arpeggiator onto the sampler. Turn the sync rate. So instead of it, we're going to turn the sync rate off and bring it right down. Turn the gate up a little. And what we're going to do is automate that rate to get faster and come up with the length of the tail. Okay, with this effect, maybe to introduce it, we could try something different. We could try the low pass filter with a high resonance. There's no real right or wrong way to introduce this little trick or tip, guys. Play with your effects, get creative. There's no real correct way to do it. So let's have a listen now after a little bit of volume automation as well. Put a filter on it. Open that up a little more. Have a listen to it in the mix, turn it up a little. There you have it, guys. There's two quick little tips for some reverse effects. use on your elements in your tracks to bring them in a little bit more subtly and more professionally. Big thank you for checking out the video. Hopefully you learned something there. And big thank you for the Tranceportal guys for getting me involved again. Always a pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to their YouTube channel and follow them on all social media platforms. Keep up to date with everything that's going on in the trance world. Once again, thanks guys, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Until then, take care.